Greetings, gamers, and welcome to another game night. This time of year, I enjoy a good old romp in the super off-road world.
Yeah, it's a lot of good memories playing these games.
Yeah, the one that me and Eric actually played the most is I actually had the Sega Genesis version. We played that one mostly because that's what I had available.
Yeah.
But later down the road, and thanks to the internet and everything else, there's 3 console key versions out there, being the original Nintendo, which was the very good for an 8-bit version of it, was accurate to the arcade and supported 4 players.
Right.
The Sega Genesis version wasn't as arcade accurate and only supported 2 players. And the main problem that everybody argues amongst the 3, they say the Super Nintendo is the best for some reason.
Okay.
So we're playing the Super Nintendo today. We've played it before, maybe once or twice, but it's not that memorable. And what I'm noticing initially is that they actually have, like, the Toyota license. I do remember in the Genesis, all the trucks didn't have any brand association with them. They were just, plain. And
Sega didn't want to pony up the dough.
Apparently. But I do recall in the NES and the Super NES, they had Toyota labeling, so somebody paid for some licensing. Now, the Super Nintendo, which you think would be an upgrade from the NES, only supports 2 players, which is kind of silly.
Yeah.
I mean, because this is an ideal 4-player game.
Right,
I
yes.
mean, it's very easy for everybody to see.
Small tracks, small trucks, everyone sees where they're going, and worked on the Nintendo. Why doesn't...
I know. It's silly. You got an 8-bit system, which you think would be limited. That's doing the 4, but hey, when we upgrade to 16-bit, but I digress. Whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to start looking at any other types of differences. Like I said, we're very familiar with the Genesis version, and we can dive in here. I can immediately see that there's a lot of similarities already. It does seem a little bit more polished, a little bit maybe better graphics on that one, good color. And we're just going to dive in and tell you guys what we think and see how long we can last, because I do know the gray car goes nuts, which is... oh, another licensing thing, the NES versions had the licensing of Ivan Ironheart on it. The guy that was like the main truck guy that you're trying to beat, the gray truck.
The gray truck, of
But
course.
the Super Nintendo, they didn't want to give Ivan any money, I'm guessing. So, I think I normally just give me some top speed, screw it.
Yeah.
In this game, you start with some dough. It's kind of similar to RC Pro-Am to an extent.
Yeah.
And RC Pro-Am 2, where you can kind of customize your ride, start rolling.
Okay, so...
So right from the get-go, we can see this is the first track you would start in the arcade.
Do we know which color we are?
Yeah, you're blue, and I'm red. And Ivan, or whoever they named him for this game, because they didn't want to pay for it, is the gray guy.
Cheating SOB.
Yeah, the gray truck is tough. And I just know I can maybe beat him for like the first 5 or 6 tracks on a good day, and then he just becomes so ungodly powerful that I can't keep up with him. He's like lapping everybody. And a thing that's kind of funny about this game is when the first truck crosses, the game's over.
Oh, really?
So I mean, the race.
So it's
is
not
over.
whatever position you're in when he crosses.
Exactly. It's not like you wait for everybody to finish. So, which is kind of silly because look, right there. So I get third.
And he is in 4 laps or whatever how many laps that was.
Yeah.
It was a full lap ahead.
Yeah. And check out his timing. So he nailed that quick.
Yeah.
He nailed that quick.
So basically you have to slog through losing nonstop until you make more cash,
to keep up,
buy more stuff, and then maybe eventually you'll be able to beat him.
You do have chances in the beginning, but like I said, we're not exactly practiced up. We're just going to try.
Yeah.
I do know a lot of people like to ride the nitros.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do.
Every time I hit a nitro, I just end up going into the wall. So
yeah, it's tricky. You got to really master those.
I'll get another top speed.
Let's try some shocks.
See, I was ahead of you, so...
You got more dough,
yeah.
So you could do another top speed. And I did shocks for whatever that's going to do for me. I can bumble over this water better.
Yeah.
So, you up for some huevos grande? I mean, is that a good definition for this track, do you feel?
Large eggs?
Yeah. Do you feel like we're driving on a large egg, or what are they anticipating with that?
I don't know.
And he's already all over it, man. He just blasted past me like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, how many times did you tell yourself that this game cheats?
Well,
you know,
it's not the game, it's just that guy. Because look at Yellow,
well,
he's not cheating.
He's still part of the game.
Yeah,
you know, I
true.
spent my entire childhood yelling at the screen and saying, this game cheats. And this is a perfect example.
Yeah, I will say, however they programmed that gray car, I mean, I get it if we were like 10 races in, but right from the get-go, this guy's slaughtering you.
Yeah, with 36 nitro.
How did he even get that many nitros that fast?
Because the game cheats. That's why.
Oh, look at the bonus cash you got. 60K plus the 150. This guy's killing it. I can barely buy some top speed to save my life on that
Yeah,
one.
I can't even afford shocks anymore here, so I'll buy some tires.
That's got to do something, right? Good tires.
We eventually got to get to a point where he's getting... I mean, do the races just keep...
I think they keep looping almost forever or something.
Okay.
It's one of those, like, kind of like RC Pro-Am and those.
Yeah.
I don't know if those games end. I don't think they do. I think they just loop until somebody dies or something.
Okay.
Now, I noticed in this one, here's a big difference. I don't know if it was in the arcade, but I know for a fact the Genesis didn't have haystacks.
Okay.
See, like these?
It is definitely inconvenient because that significantly slows you down.
And that adds a factor to this game.
And even yellow's a factor here.
He's starting to catch up. Yeah, we better start hauling.
Yeah. Well, he's riding the nitro now.
Where'd he come from out of nowhere? I'm fighting him. And then it gets iced on that one because of yellow.
So no cash for me then.
Yeah.
So.
And the worst part is, if you don't place and say you picked up a money bag, they don't give you those money bags. You have to place to get the money bag.
So we need to get to the point where yellow still sucked again. See, I wipe out and I have to continue.
You get wipeout. Now look, in the punishment of wipeout, they then dock, I think it's 2 upgrades on your truck.
No, they took away everything.
Well, you didn't have more than 2 upgrades.
More than 2.
Yeah, if you see I had 2 this, then that would be wiped clean. Say if those are full, they only take you down 2 on everything. That's how they get you, which is tough on this game.
So I get to start over and
pretty much, and then try to field out that yellow. I'll try to beat up on yellow for you.
I don't need your pity.
The secret is actually if you get right in front of gray.
And
he'll just nitro you. Yeah, he'll just push you up farther. He'll push you up farther. But no, the Super Nintendo, it's got good tunes. I mean, great graphics. I can see why everybody says this is the go-to one. Mm-hmm. But something that we haven't mentioned yet, that is the key thing that Sega does best, which Sega's always been known to do, is have you noticed the trophy girls you get in this game?
They are...
very well clothed in this version.
Yes, which is just uncalled for. If you ask
exactly.
me.
I mean, and I always thought the funniest thing when you look at it, look at which type of girl you get. First place gets a blonde, second place gets a brunette, and the third guy gets a redhead. So is that saying what place you are with your hair color?
Well, that's what Nintendo's telling us.
That's what I'm getting out of this game. So you better make sure you score a blonde according to this game. That's just priceless.
Oh man.
But as they saw in the clothing, they're all dressed like soccer moms.
I know.
And I remember for a fact when the Sega Genesis version, they're either in bikinis or I want to say they're even in thongs. I mean, they were very very cladly dressed in the Genesis version, which I think it's pretty funny. Maybe Nintendo was showing off how much more graphical power they had with generating those clothes, and Sega's like, oh, we can only do the skin pigment, so so we're just gonna throw that on there.
Or we're a wholesome family company, so.
Or you can take the latter. It's one of those options, whichever you want to think. So I like to try to fight for both sides and see what they're thinking. But I think it's all, oh, look at that! I'm right on his tail. Hey, at least you're in front of yellow. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I know, but
it's a slower climb up.
It's a very slow climb.
I mean, really, when you look at the women here, the less clothed is the second place one.
Yeah.
She at least has a belly shirt. I'll give it to her. This guy, you'd think first place maybe a bikini, then belly shirt, then full dress. Because the third place guy is not seeing any action. He's right up there with fourth. Who's wiping out?
Yeah.
I'm thinking top speed is really the best I'm going to have any chance of holding up with that guy. I mean, they got acceleration, but how much does acceleration really matter? Is it like if you bump into something?
Yeah, probably. I would imagine so.
How many Gran Huevos are we going to look at in this game? And, I mean, a lot of the tracks, they get a lot of recycling and playing them forwards and backwards, which most racing games do. I mean, that's just common.
It just happens.
And the funny thing about this game is, even though it may seem maybe not that entertaining. It's just instant fun when you pick up and play
It
this
is.
one.
Every race is short and to the point, and
According to the silver guy, or gray, it's 30 seconds a race,
Yes.
because he's been getting those scores of 30 seconds, beating it.
he's gonna lap me.
Yeah, he's going to lap. He already lapped yellow. Now it's just a race of I don't want to be lapped.
Oh, but
it's insulting.
He was right in front of the money bag too.
He always is. Oh, at least
But
you
at least
grabbed
I got
one.
that. That
Nicely
helps.
done.
Whew.
No, this has like the little extra animations in it that the Genesis version didn't have the guy waving the flag.
Yeah.
But the Genesis version still had a really good soundtrack. The graphics were fine. They were just a little bit different.
Well, at least I can get
I'm taking all the top
get
speed
another
I
top
can get.
speed here.
I'm cooking it, man. I bet you if we looked it up, there's probably a perfect strategy of
I'm
like
sure
which one to
there is.
upgrade, but I always just did upgrade the top speed, then the acceleration, and then the rest. It really don't matter. I don't know what these shocks are really doing for me. I think the tires are maybe you can turn sharper faster.
Possibly, but your top speed is.
Yeah, I'm kicking it with that, but I
Yeah.
keep bumping into things and then
I'm just trying
slowing
to
down.
make you run into the back of me here. I need
Yeah.
a second place.
No,
I need that money
No.
bag is what I need.
you can have the money bag. I'll give you the money bag. The thing I like about that is Please picked it up because the first one's 10K and the next one's 20, the next one's 30, so you're just making the next bag better. Give me the next bag. Man, look at him. How long was that race? 20 seconds?
Yeah, and he was about to lap
Let's
me.
see. 31 seconds.
31 seconds.
And he always sets a record. MT. Mm-hmm. Mother Tucker.
Yeah,
Good old Mother Tucker's who we're playing.
and I can't even afford another top speed, so.
Yeah, I'll take the top speed. And how many nitros does he have? He just invested in that 80.
He has 80.
Oh, that's good. He's got 80. I at least have a few because I just want the insurance. Sometimes you're just in a tight pinch. You're like, oh no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need me some nitro. Oh, that money bag's tempting, but it's not happening. Get yellow out of
Yeah.
my way.
What is going on here with
Yeah.
yellow?
Okay, that's
I
when
cannot lose all my stuff
That's
again.
when I nitro.
I don't have any nitro.
Well, that's why you need one, just a nitro in front of him, because if you nitro right before him, before the race ends, then it'll count as third.
Oh, and thanks for that.
I tried to boost you. Okay, now watch how it calculates. I'm pretty sure it's 2. It's 2 down you get.
I don't think I had 3 of anything.
Oh, well then, you're going to see a whole lot of clean. But you're still keeping up with yellow fairly decent considering that you had those
Well,
cutbacks.
no, when I'm about to get something to get up 3,
Yeah.
so I can keep something, no. Not a single
They
thing.
wiped it clean. Nice. Let's see how far you get on that race. Acceleration is my friend. And a nitro. You know what, at this point, I'd almost say if you could win one, just buy a bunch of nitros. So then if at least you're close to yellow, you can just shuck right in front of them.
Yeah.
Or do the backup game with yellow's jacked. Ugh. Oh, this gets way challenging. I will say, does this one seem harder or easier than Genesis one?
You know, it's been so long since I played the Genesis one. I would say it's on par.
I said they're all.
Oh, good. Now I'm going the wrong way.
I ain't got nothing
You
to
know
lose.
what? I'm just gonna hit Gray. Come here. Ah.
The good thing is, this is kind of like Mario Kart. If you got one guy to carry it, you're fine. I'll just carry it.
Because I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't know what else. They can't take nothing more from me.
Nope.
I believe the saying is squeeze blood out of a turnip.
Exactly. I'm already
Let's
in
see
a
where the
refrigerator
turnip goes
box
on
under
that
the
one.
bridge.
I think it will be hilarious if you can still have a chance of taking out yellow because you have no power-ups.
I know.
And that's pretty harsh to do the 2. I could see they got to do something to you.
No,
They should have knocked
or
it down
take,
1.
Take one away.
One of everything. I think the 2's pretty rough because that's a lot of dough you're losing.
Yeah.
And all I can do is, throw it back. I'm taking some nitros. Hey, they gave you 10.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. Could have had something to work with that. Okay, haystacks are your friend. Because look at yellow on this one. Now he's like a slow turd.
I know.
It's like some races.
Whenever I start to get ahead, then he just has the race of his lifetime and just, wipes the floor with me.
All right, whoops. There we go. See, now look at yellow. It's like his truck's broke.
I know.
And you're doing fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm doing fine.
Well, compared to yellow. It's the Mickey Thompson Championship. I'm guessing maybe they paid Mickey Thompson, whoever that is, as opposed to Ivan Ironheart.
Whoever Mickey is.
Slip him a Mickey.
So
you get 50K, but plus you had the 100. I would think at this point, what do you got to lose? All nitros. Because at least if you're like close to yellow, I just hit a nitro like right before gray. You almost want to pay attention to where gray is at, and then just make sure you nitro in front of them.
Yeah.
Then you get third, and eventually you'll get a system to get something rolling. You try that strategy, I'll try my old-fashioned one.
All right.
This is experiment night.
Just slow and steady.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the cliffhanger though.
Oh, it's this one. This one's weird.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you go around these barrels or it won't count.
Right.
Yeah, I love the... Well, this one's got some really rockin' music at least. Gives you some intensity.
Yeah.
There we go. Tricky. That's what I'm talking about. Yellow, get out of the way. Yeah, he's like driving drunk. Look at Yellow. Where I'm a truck driver.
You even lapped me.
Yeah, top speed's where it's at. I don't care what anybody says. I don't know what that Gray's got other than everything because he keeps getting first.
Yes, he has everything.
Just keep in mind, when you get first, you get 150K. That means you could do a top speed every time and still have money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably does, I bet he does top speed and then 5 nitros every time.
Yeah, probably.
And then whatever till that's caught up. So... At least with the 5, I'd say dump in your nitros or slowly do something else.
I'm just going to keep the cash. And
now I'm curious if you, do they take your nitros away?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I lose again.
We're going to find that out. That's the spirit. Yeah, give me some more nitro. But this is very reminiscent of, pretty much I'd say, RC Pro-Am is what I always think of.
Yeah.
It's like RC Pro-Am, but you see the whole track.
Right.
So there's no surprise curves or anything. And then, you know what? What was that one NES game? It was Tengen or whatever. Remember with the Indie Racers?
Yeah, I remember that.
Super Sprint.
Super Sprint.
That's a fun one.
Yes, it is.
Now that one I think is harder than this because you're doing those Indie Racers and they're super fast.
Yeah.
So you really you crash a lot in that one. Like this one, you can bump the wall. And you keep going, but in Super Sprint, you'd actually explode when you hit the wall, so that's what made that one hard. You get second on that one?
No, I think you lapped me.
Okay. I couldn't tell. Because Gray finishes in, 2 seconds, so I can never tell. MT broke his own record of MT.
Awesome.
Way to go. And you know what's funny about this is I know there's certain tracks we haven't seen yet, and it seems like we're already looping over some of them, because the one that
Maybe just like different... I think we've seen different variations of a race. I don't think we've got a full repeat.
Yeah, we haven't done a full repeat, because that's what my goal is with this, to see if we can at least give a good example of them.
Yeah.
And I remember, the key ones I remember it's all water, and you have to go around 1, 2, 3, and 4. That one's a pain in the butt.
Yes.
And then there is, not the all water. There's the one where it looks like it's a face on there. It's like it's a mountain with some water or something. I remember the face one. And then the other one, I remember it's got a whole bunch of rocky pillars that you gotta race through, and you try not to crash into them.
Okay.
Those are the 3 main ones. This guy's killing it.
So I'm just hopeful that
actually, I
don't lose.
Actually, it's might as well start investing in other things because you got plenty of nitros now.
Yeah.
And the key is
I got a top speed. I need to get... I don't know. I'm always in fear that I'm going to lose.
You know what I'd do, since you got the lower amounts? Stockpile on something cheap. Mm-hmm. At least get full-blown tires or something. So
that's true.
Because if you can cut these turns faster, you can actually cut down your time. Because it looks like Yellow's broke.
Yeah.
He's done. He's just he's being a filler. He's not even trying to compete. He's like, yeah, I'm just being a car here.
I'm just here for fun.
I mean, now the funny thing is, in the actual arcade version of the game, it didn't support 4 players.
Okay.
It was, you couldn't beat Ivan. It was you and 2 other friends try to beat Ivan, because that one was licensed. Right. And it was actually a steering wheel and pedal. Remember when we hit it up at the Ghost, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we had to do it. It was, actually, this is more fun than the actual arcade. I didn't like the wheel. The wheel was fun.
It wasn't as accurate as it probably could have been.
Yeah.
It was an old
tough.
chest, so...
I mean, the wheel was like a fun novelty, which got old after 3 races.
Right.
It's like, okay, I don't want to do it this way. Give me a controller.
Yeah.
See, the heck with the shocks and the tires. That's the last thing.
But see, there's eventually got to be a point to where when you're maxed out, you can beat Gray.
Maybe.
You know? I mean, one would think, right?
I think
Because I just went backwards, and
the
now
only
I
way I
have
can
to.
beat him is to stay in front of him, let him keep pushing me.
Yeah.
Alright, well, don't let yellow act like he knows something now. That's where your nitros. Whenever you get a good straightaway,
Yeah.
nitros are your friend.
Well, he's doing the same thing, so.
Now he has nitros?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got 12. Wow. Where's he got money for anything? He's been losing how many races? I guess they don't penalize yellow?
This is just.
You're getting punished.
This is too much. This is just too much.
Boom. Now, how many nitros do they take? We're gonna know everything. For
I
the
have
punishment.
9 on
Eric
hand
gets
right
punished
now.
today. Look at the bright side. This guy set a new record for himself. It's too bad you can't transfer anything. All right, let's see what the wipeout punishment is. Yeah, you get to keep your nitros.
Neat.
To tell you the truth, if that's how it is, I would dump all my money in the nitros if I ain't gonna lose them. Or maybe they take, what, 2 nitros away?
But then I'm never gonna climb. Well, what's the point of climbing the ladder? We're here for you to climb
Yeah,
the ladder.
exactly. Yeah, well, you get to be the wingman now.
Or you know what? I'll get the best tires out there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You
There
might as
we
well
go.
get that up high, because at least that's a slow build-up.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember. This one doesn't look as familiar. Are we
No,
starting to get the Rio Trio?
I don't know. It's possible.
All right, if I can beat Gray. Has anybody beaten
Oh,
Gray yet?
come on.
Get on my way. I gotta beat Gray. Slow down, Gray,
Okay,
would you?
okay.
Slow him down, damn it.
I'm just driving in circles here.
All right, get ready for Gray. He's coming.
All right.
Slow him down. We gotta piss him off, beat him. This is the last lap. Do something. Do something. Where's the interference?
I
Teamwork.
tried.
At least somebody beat Gray. That's our goal.
You know what?
That's our
I
goal.
consider that a win.
Hey, like that, MT, I just set a record.
Very good.
29 seconds. Who feels like $1 million now? That was well worth it. He
I
took
don't
it
even
for the
wanna
team.
continue.
He took it for the team. All right. No, that's a great example, and I think that's a good highlight to leave on. Gray is beatable, and look at how much my stats are up for that.
Yes, you had to basically be maxed out, except halfway through tires, halfway through shocks, but everything else maxed out just to win one race against him.
And to be honest, if you look at the race I did, I probably used about 10 nitros to ensure that I beat him. So it's literally like, make sure you get your top speed up, I think is key first. Try not to lose, which is pretty hard to do.
Yes, don't finish in last.
Yeah, don't finish last with that one. And keep in mind, single player, I mean, me and Eric are a little bit more versed, so it's kind of a competition against ourselves.
True.
If it's just all the computer players, I've played this game that's a lot easier because the blue car isn't that great.
Right.
Yellow always seems to be the dud, though. He's the slowest of them all.
True, and you know, you bump one car the wrong way, you're going backwards, and then you have immediately lost the race.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't matter what you do, how many nitros you use, you are automatically out.
Unless you're Gray, you're not recovering.
Correct.
Because he can recover from anything.
Yeah.
But no, I gotta say the Super Nintendo version is a solid version. I do have some nostalgia more for the Genesis version, and I mean the ladies are always a nice plus on that one.
Yes.
But regardless, I think the safest way to say with Super Off-Road, any version you really can't go wrong.
No, it's good. It's good to play, you know, with a friend or even against the computer.
It's just
Wish it was 4,
Yeah.
but
You got to play the NES for that one.
exactly, which is also classic.
Yeah, very classic. Graphics are a little harder to digest than that one, but still, it's a good fix. But either way, let us know what you think of this game and what other type of racing games you guys enjoy. Till then, we'll talk to you guys next time.
See ya.